Girls, in the morning's link I have told you about pulse width modulation. Now we will discuss about pulse position modulation. One thing you have to remember about pulse position modulation is it is completely dependent on pulse width modulation. It is generated from PWM. The difference between pulse position modulation and pulse width modulation is, in case of PWM, width of carrier pulse according to audio signal will be changed. In case of pulse position modulation, position of modulated signal, position of carrier wave in accordance with modulating signal is carried out. Now PPM is an analog modulating scheme in which the amplitude and width of pulses are kept constant, while the position of each pulse with reference to position of a reference pulse varies according to instantaneous sampled value of the message signal. What happens? Position will change with reference to pulse generator, with reference to position of reference pulse, and it varies according to sampled value of modulating or message signal. The transmitter has to send synchronizing pulses or simply sync pulses to help the transmitter and receiver to be in synchronism, to be in matching always. Matching in case of properties or in case of impedance, whatever it may be. These synchronizing pulses helps in maintaining the position of pulse. The following figures explain about pulse position modulation. I will show you the figures later. There is one more important point regarding PPM. It is a form of signal modulation in which M message bits can be encoded by transmitting single pulse in one of the 2 to the power of M possible required shifts. For example, I will transmit 4 bits. That means M is equal to 4. Therefore, how many possible time shifts will be present? 2 to the power of 4, 16. At every t seconds, such that bit rate will be m by t. For example, I will consider t as 1 second. So, 16 by 1 bits per second and 16 bits per second. It is primarily useful for optical communication systems which tend to have little or no multipath inference. Multipath inference is nothing but again noise only. Now, principle of PPM. PPM is done in accordance with pulse width modulated signal. Each trailing of the pulse width modulated signal becomes the starting point of pulses in PPM. In PWM, we have already seen that every pulse will have two edges, leading edge, trailing edge. Hence, the position of these pulses is proportional to width of PWM. Since it is derived from PWM output, the position will depend upon the width of PWM. And bandwidth depends on rise time of the pulse. That means T, time period. And some of the important points are: instantaneous transmitter power remains constant with the width of the pulses. Therefore, system complexity and noise inference is very low. It is similar to phase modulation. Advantage of PPM is, as the amplitude and width are constant, the power handled is also constant. Disadvantage is synchronism. The synchronization between transmitter and receiver is a must for proper pulse position modulation. PPM is currently being used in fiber optic communications and it is derived from output of PWM. Hence, PWM is to be considered and the position of PWM output is changed accordingly to produce PPM signal. We will just consider the output of PWM, and if you observe, each pulse, the position is shifted according to time. If you observe the position of this output PPM signal with PWM, wherever the PWM signal is ending, from there leading edge is starting. Wherever the trailing edge of PWM signal is starting, there the ppm signal is ending. You can observe that keenly in the picture. And these two are according to time again. And amplitude is constant, width is also constant. Width is not changed in this case, position is changed. Okay, in case of PWM, width is changed, whereas amplitude will remain constant. This is the generation block diagram of ppm. It contains modulator, sawtooth generator, monostable multivibrator along with a comparator. What happens here, you can observe modulator has two inputs. One is the message signal, one is high frequency carrier wave. The output of modulator will be PAM signal. Now sawtooth wave generator will have output as ramp. Now ramp will be given to non-inverting terminal of op-amp comparator. PAM signal will be given to non-inverting terminal of op-amp comparator. Ramp wave, which is the output of sawtooth generator, will be given to inverting terminal of op-amp comparator. Now the comparator will compare these two and produces PWM signal. That PWM signal is passed through monostable multivibrator to produce PPM. You already know multivibrators will produce a square wave. Now this is the waveform which represents all the four: audio signal, this is the audio signal, high frequency carrier, PWM. You can observe the width of signal according to carrier wave is changed in case of PWM. Position of PWM is changed according to ramp's output in ppm, if you observe. Okay, this is an easy concept. Go through it once or twice, you will understand. Now last leftover concept is pulse amplitude modulation. Now no more I can sit and record videos or add the voiceover. I request all the girls to please prepare pulse amplitude modulation on your own. If possible, I will send you some links through YouTube. Okay, with this I have ended the syllabus of this semester. Thank you for your cooperation, girls.